seen. And a lot of people don't want to know. And that includes people that go out with Asperger's people. I think there was a radio show where this woman rang in and said, was I right to dump somebody with Asperger's syndrome? Once I found out he had Asperger's syndrome. And it was like, no, I don't think she was. If she dumped him because he was a prat, or because he made her feel low about herself, or because he was violent, I can understand that. But to seriously go onto a show and say, was I right to dump someone with Asperger's, is ridiculous. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely ridiculous.
Sure.
You're right, 1 in 6 people applying for a job. One's in a wheelchair, one's got Asperger's syndrome, and the others are just standard, you know, students, etc., etc., standard mix of their, you know, and they all get equally interviewed. But I guarantee you the person with Asperger's syndrome will be the easiest to discriminate against. The person in a wheelchair could claim disability discrimination. Someone has an eyesight problem, the same goes for that. And of course, if someone was gay, the same goes for that, homophobia. But we, Aspies, people with Asperger's syndrome, we can't claim anything. We have to just accept the fact. Same as blacks, gays, lesbians, handicapped people, or whatever, had to accept the fact in the past. No, I'm sorry, we don't employ you, because you're too hard for us to train. You're too hard for us to fit into our work ethics, our work system. Now, this is the truth, and I think I'll be having a bit of a reply to this bloke, because obviously he calls himself, what's his name now, Vicious Dave, or I've forgotten what his name is now, I'll have to look it up. But he obviously thinks that he's the man, so it's time for Chima to knock on his door, so to speak, and give him some home truths. If he hasn't got it, he should shut the fuck up. Because if you haven't got a condition, you can't bloody well judge somebody who has got it. And all this stuff about Asperger's and retardation, it's rubbish. People with Asperger's syndrome, and yes it is Asperger's syndrome, right? People with the condition are normally highly intelligent, more so than the standard neurotypical. So rather than being retarded, they're normally a lot more capable of doing jobs than you lot are. I'm sorry, but in all the workplaces I've been in, people just stand around gossiping and that, and bloody, you know, they do about a quarter of the work and get on the internet and all the rest of it. Where someone with AS would actually